Hey, what's going on, guys? I had such an overwhelmingly positive response to the idea of making a video talking about my weight loss experience, so I decided to do it. And this is the video you're watching right now. It's going to be a very personal video. It's very heartfelt. It's just me pouring my soul out to you guys, telling you what I did, how I feel about it. In order to do that, I have to tell you where I was in the past, mentally and physically, to where I've reached the point in my life right now. And then, of course, I'll add a little bit of what I'd like to be in the future. So it's a little past, present, future. So to start this off, let me tell you some numbers. When I first started on YouTube here, January 2008, I weighed 335 pounds. And I was disgusted with myself. Just absolutely disgusted. I was way too big. I was very unhealthy. Didn't move around a lot. Ate too much. Just did everything wrong you could possibly do as far as putting food in your mouth. All the textbook bad stuff, I did. I did it all. I was unhealthy and unhappy. And today, woke up this morning, very happy. And not only was I very happy, but I was also 76 pounds lighter than when I started here. I currently weigh 259 pounds. Now, I still have a long road ahead of me. My target weight, the goal that I have by Christmas time this year, is going to be around 200 pounds. Okay, we'll see if I can make that happen. Now, talking to my doctor, being 6 feet tall, I'm not a real tall guy, I'm not a short guy. My ideal weight should be between 180 and 190, roughly. So 200 to 220 is a realistic goal for me. I'm really shooting for that for this Christmas. But anyway, so I want to tell you the journey that I took, because it was a journey. And there's a lot of little tips I can give you guys, but it's not professional medical advice. Like I said, I'm just a dude, and I lost some weight, and I want to tell you how I did it. So hopefully it'll help someone out there. This video helps one person. It is so worth it. Just one person to change their way of thought. And that's where it stems from. It's really all up here. I promise you. It's all mental. If you get your mind straight, the body will follow. And I really mean that. All right, so where do I start here? Let's talk about the bad habits. All the bad habits I used to have. Now, if you can relate to any of this, please comment below. Write your thoughts. I mean, it's open to discussion. That's what the whole point of this YouTube thing is. People make videos, you comment about it, there's nice discussions, and you move on to another video. But here's all of the horrible things that I've done. The wrong things, I should say, that I've done. Number one, it's how I ate. I ate the wrong foods. All the crappy foods you can possibly think of. Fried stuff, fatty stuff, sugary stuff. If it tasted good, I shoveled it down my gullet. The worse it was for you, the more I ate. And it was just, it was bad. It was really, really bad. So it's not just how I ate, it's when I ate. I ate all day long. I just did not stop. There's no off switch for me. I had breakfast, and I'd have like a snack, and then I'd get bored and have another snack, and then I'd have lunch, and lunch would be too much food, and then I'd have another snack, and so it goes on, and late. You can't eat late. That was always a really bad thing that I did, was I ate too late. I'd have like my midnight snack before I went to bed, and a lot of times, I'd spend time on the computer, and you get bored. If you sit on the computer for a little while, you get up. Let's say it's a crappy day outside, you can't go outside. What do? You walk to the fridge. You grab something to eat, So I've got horrible eating habits at this point in my life. Eating too much, that's the other thing. Portion control. I had no control. My portions were massive. Way too much, all the wrong times, the wrong types of food, and I also ate way too fast. That's another thing. By the time my body realized I'm full, I have a whole esophagus and a mouthful of food, and I'm still chewing. So now I go, okay, I'm full, I'm done. And then what do? I continue to digest the food that I've already eaten, and now I feel sick. Now, how many times can anyone relate with that? If you're eating a meal, so fast, or you just had so much food that you feel like just no energy left at all. It's all sucked out of you. You're dead. You're like, ugh, I ate way too much. I mean, most of you can relate around Thanksgiving time. Most people overeat. But I constantly did that. That was a constant thing. I didn't have to wait for the holidays. Just any old day, I would overeat at pretty much every meal. And I would feel disgusted. So, way too much food, all the wrong times. Didn't know how to control myself as far as eating. It was horrible. The whole thing was a mess. Um, Besides having all the bad eating habits, again, this is where it goes back to all the mental stuff, is that, I eat a big meal and then I feel like crap afterwards. And I had no motivation to do anything. I'm tired. And it's a vicious cycle. Now you're big, so what do? You get lazy. Now that you're lazy, you have nothing to do but, I don't know, eat some more. It's a vicious cycle. It goes round and round and round, and you just start growing slowly, a little bit more and more. And I just got the mental image of Violet from Willy Wonka. You're turning violet, Violet. And that's what it's like. It happens over a longer duration of time. But it was pretty bad, and it really affected my personal life, where I just didn't want to do anything. I was unsociable, stopped going outside as much, just was always tired, lethargic, just walked around moping, blah blah blah, depressed. Not good, not good at all. Um, it wasn't until I moved where I actually just woke up one day and thought, I can't do this anymore. I can't be fat. It's just my whole life I've tried to lose weight, and I couldn't do it. And the reason I couldn't do it is because it's not that I didn't want to. I really wanted to lose weight, but not bad enough. There was no motivation there to lose the weight. I mean, everyone who's fat wants to lose weight, sure. But what happens? We start, and tell me if you can relate to this. I know this has happened to me a million times. I just eat a meal, now I'm full, but like pleasantly full, not sickening. And I think, you know what? I'm going to go on a diet. And what happens? About 6 hours later, it's dinner time. Uh-oh, we're having fried chicken for dinner. Tell you what, I'm going to wait for the diet. Well, we'll start that tomorrow. How many times have you done that, You put it off. Or let's say you're really motivated, you start dieting. It lasts a day. Now it's 3 days. Now you're really excited. You're like, oh, I'm really going to do this. It lasts about a week. And then you get tired of eating celery. You get tired of walking around the block. And what do? You quit. We all quit. And I have countless times where that's exactly what happened to me. And that's why you can't go on a diet. If you want to lose 4 or 5 pounds, go on a diet. That's what you need, because a diet is temporary. It's a short duration of time for you to lose weight. If you want to look good for a picture that's being taken, go on a diet. You want to lose 50 or 60 pounds, a diet's not going to help you. You have to change your lifestyle. You're in for the long haul. This is going to take weeks, months, years. And that's where a lot of people lose the motivation. It sounds horrible. Oh, that sucks. I don't want to eat healthy food for a year, 2 years. Are you kidding me? Forget it. I'll have the piece of cake. I'll just stay fat. Well, if that's how you feel about it, then don't try to diet at all, because you're not going to get anywhere. Just be fat and try to enjoy what life you have left, I guess. But for me, what really kicked me in the butt, and it just dawned on me, it was like someone flicked the switch. It was just one day I woke up when I moved here, and I lived by myself. I looked in the mirror and I was sickened by myself. I looked in the mirror and I said, oh my God, look at this disgusting human being. And I wanted to change. I really desperately needed to change. And what's really, really helped me this entire time, and this is going to be very important for a lot of you out there, is having a very good support team. Now, there's no real definition for a support team. I'm not talking about going to some kind of Eaters Anonymous group, okay? Not a lot of us have time to do that. I'm talking about the people who are around you. They're going to affect you most, specifically mentally. They have to support you, whether it be your spouse. If you're a woman trying to lose weight, your husband's got to help you out. It's got to be motivating. It could be a family member, brother, sister, mother, father, uncle, aunt, grandmother, daughter, whatever. The people who are immediately around you, who you see most, they have to be there for you to support you. They don't necessarily have to diet with you or change their lifestyle with you, but they have to support you. They have to keep you motivated. When you walk into the kitchen after 3 or 4 days of eating carrots, they have to say, you know what, you're looking good. You feeling good? How you feeling today? They have to be there for you. That's the most important thing. It's going to be far more difficult to do this alone. For me, it's just been my friends, my best friends in the world, Hannah and Charlie. And they've always been there for me. And they're constantly motivating me. That's what's making me want to do this. Now, you have to do this for yourself too. That's a very important thing, is you can't just do this for others. We all have a natural need to be wanted, okay? We all want friends. We all want family, to be loved, okay? We need that. That's just human nature. You don't want to walk down the street and have everyone hate you. Of course not. For a lot of people, losing weight may be motivating because you want to look better. Maybe you want to be sexy looking. Maybe you want to be able to throw on a bathing suit and have people look at you and go, oh, look at that guy, or oh, look at that chick. That might be your motivation, and that's fine. For me, it's a combination of everything. Yeah, I love to be the hot guy walking down the street, but I'd also like to get out of bed in the morning and just feel good. I don't want to walk, in the morning to the bathroom, take a shower, and just be like tired. My day's just starting. I don't want to start off tired. I want to hop out of bed and feel good. I want to really, really enjoy life, and that's what's motivating for me. And that's where I'm going to find true happiness. So, the support is extremely important, and luckily, I'm in a situation where my best friends happen to live very healthy, active lifestyles, constantly moving around. Charlie's constantly outside working on stuff. Hannah's constantly cleaning stuff. Their yard looks beautiful. Their home looks beautiful. They don't stop. There's no off button for them, and it's very motivating for me. And I needed that. I really, really needed that in my life. There's no other way it could have happened for me than the way it happened. And it had to be abrupt for me as well. It had to be just overnight. Okay, I'm total lazy bum fat guy here. The next day I'm working on it. It's going to happen. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to be more active. I'm going to have fun in life and enjoy myself. That's how it had to happen for me. If for you, it may be more of a involved, slower process. But for me, it was just like night and day. I just changed everything I wanted in life. All my goals and my ambitions have completely changed, and it's all positive. And my ultimate goal here is just to be happy and healthy. That's all I want. It's not greediness, I don't need a sports car and $1 million. At the end of the day, I want to own my car. I want to pay my bills. I want to feel good. I want to look good. That's what I want out of life, and I can really enjoy my family and my friends when I'm like that. So it's all mental. But you need a good support team. You need your family or friends or spouse or whatever to be there for you. And I'm very, very fortunate that I have people that are there for me. Everyone around me is always there for me. And that's the kind of environment that's really, really helped me to succeed. And I'm still moving forward. Like I said, I'm not at the end of my journey. I got a long road ahead of me, but I'm happy at the point that I'm at. So let me tell you a little bit about some tips, things I've done. If you want to lose weight, if you drink soda, cut it out. It's the first thing I did. Just cut soda completely out of my diet. Didn't change anything else, mind you. Just got rid of soda and switched only to water. Lost a bunch of weight. Lost like 15 pounds in the first 2 months or something. Maybe it was even sooner than that. I don't remember. But that was a huge difference. Another thing is a lot of healthy misconceptions. Again, I'm not trying to give you guys facts. I don't know it all. But I can tell you that like fruit juices, you may think it's healthy. Over here, we've got a cup of Coca-Cola, and over here we have a cup of orange juice. You think, oh man, the orange juice is so much more healthy. In reality, they're not that far different from each other. You have all this natural sugars in the orange juice. You have fructose, You may have artificial sweeteners and stuff in the soda, but the fruit juice, although it seems healthy, it's really not that much different. And that's a lot of the stuff that Hannah taught me over the years, is that what you think is healthy isn't always the case. And there's a lot of research to be done. And it's funny because I walk into stores now and I grab something off the shelf that's new to me, and I look at the nutritional facts. I never did that before. I never cared. It's like, oh, that looks tasty, I read everything, and it's not just like, okay, there's a certain amount of calories in this. This is good or this isn't. It's just I look at the ingredients. I see what's actually in the food. I try to stay away from anything that's processed, anything with preservatives in it. Those are all, it's just crappy food. You may think it's okay, and it may be advertised as healthy, but there's just so much more to it. Unfortunately, I can't give you all that information because I'm not that knowledgeable about it. I'm still learning myself. But it's a very important part of what your new lifestyle is going to be, is you have to know exactly what you're putting in your body, every single thing. So yeah, if you cut out soda and you just go right to water, awesome improvement in your life, I'm telling you. Another big thing that I've constantly been told, which is completely true, is that you don't want to drink your calories. Any calories you take in, you want it to be food, okay? Drinking calories is way too easy. And I got this great example from my doctor. You have a pile of oranges in this hand and orange juice in this hand. It takes you about 2 or 3 seconds to drink a glass full of orange juice. But to take in the same amount of calories as 1 glass of orange juice, you got to eat like 10 oranges. there's no way you'd eat 10 oranges. You get full after 2 or 3. So if you have to have fruit juice, or if you enjoy fruit juice, have it directly from the source. And all that pulp is good for your body too. You don't want to just cut all that crap out and get right to the juice, because that's going to have a lot of calories. And some people don't realize that. Some people really think they're eating healthier or drinking healthier, and it's not. It's about the same as all the crappy food. So there's a lot of research that goes into it, but if you guys are looking for information, it's out there. It really is. There's a lot of great books out there, a lot of great websites, and great people to talk to about it. I unfortunately can't give you those details. I'm just not knowledgeable enough about it. Another thing you could do if you want to start, if you want to lose a couple pounds right off the bat, is it doesn't matter what your diet is, even if you eat crappy food, cut your portions in half. That's all. Really simple. If you had 4 donuts for breakfast every day, only have 2 donuts today, you know? And then for lunch you had a whole pizza, only eat half the pizza. If you cut your portions in half, even if you eat really crappy foods all day long, you'll still lose weight. Trust me, it'll work. Besides that, like a lot of the details of what I've done, like it's worked for me, guys, but I can't promise it's going to work for you. So I don't even want to throw them out there because I don't want people to be disappointed. But I can tell you it's very simple science. We take in calories when we eat and drink things, right? We also burn calories when we move around doing things. The whole concept of losing weight is you take in a lot less calories than you burn off. And what's going to be forced to do, your body's going to be forced to use all of your stored energy, i.e. fat. That's how the whole thing works. So if you burn 1,500 calories a day doing exercise, make sure you only eat 800 to 1,000. You'll lose weight. That's how it works. If you like to eat a lot of food, you better work out a lot more than you eat. You know, there's all different variations on that. If you don't want to exercise all day long, you better not be putting a lot of food in your body. You know, it's just, you know, you guys do the math. That's how that works. But yeah, just the most important thing is just having support. It really, really helps to have friends and family that really care about you and they want you to be happy. And if you get that motivation day in and day out like I have, you can't lose. You can't lose. Another tip, like I said before, is that just because you think it's healthy or it's advertised as healthy, it doesn't, it doesn't always seem what it is. It's a little confusing. A label might show, oh, only 70 calories or organic or all natural, and you think, oh, that's great, that's positive, right? But really read into it. Read the whole book, not just the cover. Put it that way. As far as exercise goes, you got to crawl before you can walk, and that's what I did. When I started walking around the block, I walked slow, really slow, for about a half a mile, and I got tired. And then I did that for a while, and then I started walking a little bit further. Then I cut back. I only walked a mile, but I walked faster. And that's what I've come to learn too, talking to my friends, is that it's not just you walking. You could walk all day long. You can walk 30 miles, but if you take a really slow pace, it's not going to help you much. You got to get the cardiovascular going. You got to get the heart pumping. If you're huffing and puffing a little bit, that's a good thing. Now, don't take it to an extreme. Don't pass out trying to work out. I think some people make that mistake, is they push themselves way too hard. But you do have to push yourself. Don't take it over the limit, but bring it kind of close. When I do my exercise now, when I walk around the block, I keep a faster pace. And I have to say, this is, again, where the support team comes in. When I walk with Hannah or I walk with Charlie, they got a fast pace. I don't want to be embarrassed and like trail behind them, because we're having a conversation. We're usually talking while we're walking. If I trail behind them, that's pretty embarrassing. So what do? I put some, a little pep in my step. I keep up with them. And I'm huffing and I'm puffing, but you know what? I make it around. They're motivating me. I need that. And because of that, I can push myself to where I'm not hurting myself, but I'm obtaining my goals. I'm actually getting my body physically fit. I'm exerting myself just a little bit. Like I said, I'm not going to pass out, but I am darn tired when I'm done exercising with them, and it feels good. And I wake up the next day, I might be a little bit sore, but the more I do it, the easier it is to do. And then I can push myself a little bit more. That's another thing. Don't get stuck in one kind of a circle here. If you walk a mile and all of a sudden now you can walk it faster and faster, and let's say you can walk a whole mile in 4 or 5 minutes or something like that, don't just keep doing that all the time. If you can do it and it's a breeze to you, it's not helping you anymore. You have to go just a little bit further or just a little bit faster. You have to constantly keep yourself on the edge. And it's a fine balance. Like I said, you don't want to really exert yourself or harm your body trying to work out. Some people end up pulling muscles and stuff doing exercises. Obviously stretch, do all that kind of thing before you start doing exercising. But you do want to push yourself a little bit, and having the motivation from really good friends or family is really key, because it's harder to do it by yourself. To have someone next to you and say, "You're doing a great job. Keep it up. That's awesome." Oh my God, Hannah tells me all the time. We just walked 3 miles. You couldn't have walked 3 miles, last year or the year before, and it makes me feel great. I really feel good knowing that, what, that's absolutely true. And this time next year, I'll be walking 5 miles, or maybe I'll be jogging a mile. So the motivation really helps. And I'm actually going to leave you, speaking of Hannah, I'm going to leave you with a quote that she likes to use. And it's the most motivating thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And it seems simple. For some people, you might not get it right away, but I really, really want you guys to think of it and think hard about it. And I'm also going to put it in my tag words, because I know for some reason everyone likes reading the tag words now. I always put goofy messages in there. But anyway, and I'm paraphrasing here. It's not exactly what she says, but I'll get the point across. But it is extremely, extremely inspirational to me. And every single day when I wake up, I mutter this to myself every day. And it makes me feel good, and it gets me through my day, and I get what I need to get done. And it goes something like this. What would you try to accomplish in life if you knew you could not fail? I'm going to say it again, and really think about this. What would you try to accomplish in life if you knew you could not fail? If we all thought about that every single day, we would all have lived longer, happier lives. I know that for a fact. So anyway, guys, I really hope this helps some of you guys out there. And I wish you the best of luck in the venture of trying to lose weight and just staying positive about life in general. And I thank you very much for spending some time with me and watching the video. I always appreciate your time. You guys know that. And I truly hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, guys.